Hi everyone, this is Krishna Regmi. Um, Today I will be presenting about a software to build quiz-based troubleshooting guides. For the remainder of the presentation, I will be assuming that I am presenting to the senior management of my company. Um, it is something I intend to do soon. Just a quick background um, on the company itself. Intralox is what is called original equipment manufacturer, or OEM. We design and build conveyors as well as components for conveyors. If you go to any manufacturing plant in the US, there's a good chance that you will see one of the equipments or components that we build. Some of the examples are Tyson's chicken processing plants, Amazon's warehouse, Coke's filling and packaging plants. Our equipments and conveyor belts are all over in those factories. Um, Customers like Coke have maintenance staff. So if any equipment in their factory goes haywire or doesn't work as intended, maintenance staff will usually take a look at the machine and try to fix it. If you go into one of these plants, you will quickly realize that conveyor belts are all but a very small piece of the total operation. As a result, a lot of the times, maintenance staff at, for example, Coke, are not well versed in how to troubleshoot Interlox's equipment. Customers generally end up calling Interlox's customer service phone line for majority of the issues. Uh, Usually at Interlox side, customer service staff will ask basic questions such as what's wrong, what's going on, um, what noise is the machine making, etc. And they will forward the call to a subject matter expert. Subject matter experts are usually trained engineers. They will listen to customers' problems and either help them troubleshoot on the phone, or they will take the next available flight, go to customer plant, and help our customers fix the issues. A lot of the equipments that we build, there's a certain urgency to it because if that conveyor is down, oftentimes the production in a plant slows down. In some of the bigger plants, the dollar amount lost is huge. So um, there's a lot of urgency that our customers demand. Um, the problem that I am trying to solve with this quiz-based troubleshooting guide is that right now we have our customers have to call Interlox to troubleshoot. It's time consuming. They have to go through a dispatcher, a customer service representative. It's fairly inefficient because oftentimes subject matter experts are not available at moment's notice. They might be on a trip, on a plane, or taking a customer's phone call, a different customer's phone call. So oftentimes they have to wait for resolving a certain issue in their plant. Um, Also, sometimes dispatchers might make assumptions and route the call to the wrong SME, subject matter expert, in which case it's more time wasted. Um, Finally, factory floors usually have poor cell phone reception because these plants are often built in remote locations. So customer usually has to be away from the machine, maybe in their lobby where there's Wi-Fi to call Interlox. And if someone from Interlox asks them a question related to the equipment, they have to go back to the equipment, figure that out, come back, and call again. There's a lot of efficiency and oftentimes irritation from customers' viewpoint when they're resolving issues on equipment. These are numbers from 2016, um, but a subject matter expert or a engineer in that team makes on average 54 trips a year. That's a lot of trips for one person. Um, and roughly over 25% of the issues are solvable over phone or video chat. So there's plenty of opportunities to reduce travel as well as solve customer issues faster. A lot of the times, the reason our subject matter experts fly is because our customers are not explaining issues properly or we're not asking them questions the right way. Um, as explained before, there's a lot of pain for Interlocks as well, because subject matter experts have to travel to customer sites to fix very simple issues, almost over one-fourth of the time. Um, Other times, subject matter experts might get on a phone call about a topic they don't understand very well, so they may have to route customers to other subject matter experts. Um, Subject matter experts also usually have to ask very simple questions such as, hey, is the machine turned on? Is the light green? That sort of questions. And then we're also having to hire customer service reps just to dispatch calls, which is a waste. What's the solution? The solution is for us to enable customers to perform uh, non-complex troubleshooting on their phones while they're right next to a broken equipment. Yeah, fairly obvious solution. There's a lot of companies that are already trying to solve this problem. For example, Oracle, Salesforce, they all have decision tree builder software to create self-service troubleshooting guides. They're fairly expensive, but they're there. They're expensive because oftentimes for bigger customers, it adds a lot of value. Only a handful of companies have software that is offline capable. For example, Oracle's decision tree builder software, it's not designed to be offline capable. So there's only a few companies that actually provide offline capability. And being able to resolve issues without internet connection is one of a hard requirement for the customers, because majority of the customers don't really have cell reception where the equipments are located. So why am I proposing a different solution other than what already exists? Decision trees are become really hard when the number of layers are high. And decision trees also put the responsibility of deciding sequence of questions for every single path to the quiz creator. So subject matter expert essentially has to know or decide what question to ask after each node in a decision tree. Algorithms are probably better to decide what question to ask if we want our customers to get a resolution faster. So how do we make things better? I am proposing a software that enables subject matter experts to create troubleshooting questions, potential answers to each of the questions that they would want the end user to choose from, as well as resolutions based on various different answers. Finally, I'm also proposing an algorithm that decides a sequence of questions to minimize the number of questions required for the end user to answer. So we want the algorithm to decide the minimum number of questions that the user need to answer to get a resolution. The team that I'm proposing, I would like to be the product manager on this product. And I've also chosen 2 developers based on their domain knowledge in the industrial world, as well as experience building decision trees for subject matter experts in the past in both Excel as well as C#. The 2 developers I've chosen are also highly experienced in a lot of the modern technologies. These are the milestones that I'm proposing. Q2 2019, I would like the project to be signed off by the leadership, as well as resources assigned to this project. By the end of Q3 2019, I am proposing that we do a initial test with some of our very cooperative customers with the MVP. By Q4, we can release the first version to all subject matter experts as well as all Interlocks customers. So that gives us roughly 9 months to finish the prototype. And by Q2 2020, I'm proposing that we actually make this software, this platform, available to the entire world. That also leaves more opportunities to monetize this app. what are the requirements for minimum lovable product? So instead of calling it minimum viable product, I'm calling it minimum lovable product because we want to create a product that customers will actually love to use. Um, I've separated these into two different categories. So because we will be creating a platform where subject matter experts will go in and fill in, create these quizzes. For the subject matter experts, we want to add ability for them to enter questions, potential answers for each questions, as well as the resolutions. We also want subject matter experts to be able to edit and make changes to enter data, as well as we want them to enter phone numbers for subject matter experts for each potential resolution. For the end users, we want them to be able to identify troubleshooting guides based on equipment identifiers. Maybe we can add a barcode in each equipment. And when customers scan that, end users, when they scan that barcode, they will be able to pull the troubleshooting guide. We also want ability for end users to either get a resolution, which is an answer right there on the phone, or the ability to call the right subject matter expert from the app itself. Finally, we also want ability for end users to use troubleshooting guides when there's no network connection. So offline capability is a must. Next, I would like to do a quick demo of the MVP. I'm calling it Baby Without Arms. So instead of this being a minimum lovable product, it is a minimum viable product. It works, but no guarantees that customers will love it. Welcome to the demo of the app. So the first thing we will do is write all the potential resolutions. So calling a expert is one of the potential resolutions. I'm going to leave rest of the fields blank because I don't need them, but there's ability to add lots of other metadata as well. Added a result, and because it's a baby without arms, sometimes does not work. So the second resolution is check pressure gauge if pressure less than 100 psi, reset. Added. The third resolution is resetting PLC power. So as you can see, there could be potentially many other resolutions, but starting with these three. Next, the subject matter would enter various questions they want to ask the end user. So let's add the questions. Does the machine make a humming noise? And for each of the question, we'll add answer. And if the user chooses this answer, yes. For humming noise, we're going to ask them to reset PLC power. And if they choose no, then we're going to say check pressure gauge. Similarly, we're going to add another question. Conveyor vibrating at certain speeds. Same thing here as well. They say yes. If it's vibrating, that's bad. We want them to call a SME, subject matter expert. And if they no, Then we're going to ask them to reset PLC power, because usually something's wrong with PLCs. Let's add one more question. Is there visible damage in conveyor belt? No damage. Again, actually, if they say no damage, we don't have any resolutions for them, so we're going to choose none of the options. If they say light scuff marks, we will choose the option to reset PLC power. If they say piece is broken, they have to call the subject matter expert, because there could be many number of reasons why. And let's only do that much for this demo. Now this is what the subject matter sees. First, they add all the different resolutions, and then they add all the different questions, potential answer they want the users to select, and potential resolutions. Let's go and look at what the quiz looks like. Keep in mind that there's an algorithm that's running in the background that chooses what's the first question to ask. And the algorithm is essentially looking at probabilities of evenly splitting all the different resolutions. So the algorithm chose this question first. I think this is the first question we entered as well. So for here, as you can see down here, it says potential resolves all three. Does the machine make a humming noise? Let's actually skip this question because I'm not really sure. Is the conveyor vibrating at certain speeds? I'm going to say yes. And there you go. It says call David M at blah, blah, blah number. That's my demo for the app. This is a baby without arms. Thank you for your time.